Salam, of all places and highest honor to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Madash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyama across this world, who have spread this knowledge in true purity. And may the election be upon your households. Shalom. So shalom to the sincere sisters that are listening. So today, as you can read in the title, I want to make a video about Joel chapter 3. Because, Joel chapter 3 is a very good chapter. It speaks about the heathens being judged, okay, because they had us in slavery, of course. And it speaks about the Israelites eventually uh, um, continuing on for generations to generation basically when the kingdom comes, we're not going to be here no more by these nations. We are going to be immortal. We're not going to be sick anymore. We're not going to be um, breaking our backs, king as so-called, slaves in the society for the so-called white men, or you name it, man. So all those things will be done away with in the near future. But for now, we just gotta endure. We just gotta hold on. So Joel chapter 3, with the title, "The Lord will rescue His people." It says here, "For behold, in those days and a time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Bring again is old English. It doesn't mean that slavery will happen again, or that captivity will happen again. It just means turn back. So when this punishment of ours and this, as living as so-called slaves is over with, okay? And basically, we actually have served our punishment, as in going into slavery as a whole, as a nation. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat. And in the Hebrew, that valley is called Yehoshaphat. Because when we jump to, let me see, when we jump to verse 12, it says, "Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." Verse 14, sorry. Multitudes in the valley of decision. So Yehoshaphat means, Yahweh's judgment. And basically this will be in the Middle East. Okay, that area where you now see the war going on with Israel, with Palestine, Russia mingling themselves, China, America mingling themselves, mingling themselves, Iran. Okay, so you already see this war rousing up in the Middle East. Okay, but the climax of this war, annihilation of America, and also the land of Israel is destroyed with nuclear fire. But the difference is that the land of Israel will be built back up, because that is where our kingdom will be. So let me go a scripture here. It says, Revelations chapter 16, verse 16. He gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. So in the Hebrew we say Armageddon. Basically means mountain of troops. Mountain of troops, troops basically as military armies will be gathered in the Middle East where they will fight this war, World War III. So going back to Joel chapter 3, verse 1. "For behold, in those days that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," so of Israel, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." So the people from Palestine, from Israel that are fighting right now, both of them are actually not supposed to be in the land anyway. So what's happening to the Palestinians concerned with that? Because they just get a judgment from the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yashai. It's not their land. They also had us in slavery, captivity. This is just the Most High showing His judgment. Verse 3. "And they have cast lots for my people." So lots, and have given a boy for a harlot. So lots basically like on the slave market, they be selling, they be auctioning they be selling us on the slave markets for maybe, I don't know, €5, €10, whatever. They be selling us, That's what they did to the so-called black people. "And have given a boy for an harlot." So pedophilia, okay, fucking a little boy. "And sold a girl for wine that they might drink." See? So they sold a little girl for drink. 4. So this happened in slavery, which we know of in the transatlantic slave trade also, but not only to the so-called black people, okay, also the Latinos and Native Americans also went in slavery. Verse 4. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. So Tyre and Sidon is the area where usually back in the days Hamites, so the real Africans, they used to live there. Nowadays you see the Palestinians, the Ishmaelites, and the people from Israel, Esau, the so-called white man in that region. But this is actually concerning the Hamites, because they also sold us into slavery. The Hamites, so the real Africans, together with the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arab people from Arabia, sold us into the hands of the so-called white people. They all work together. So to a certain degree, it was black people selling black people into slavery, but black, black as in skin color, not the same nation. Okay, there's a difference in the nation of Israel, a whole different bloodline, and a difference in the nation of Ham, the Hamites, Canaanites. Okay, so they are usually like the tall, skinny, dark people, high cheekbones, you name it, man. Like the real Egyptians are now living in the land of Sudan. From their actual name is Mizraim when we read the scriptures. Those are the actual Africans, the Hamites. Okay, we are Israelites. We have a different appearance. We're not like the people that walk with the animals, that are naked in the bushes, that put mud on their face and big earrings in the ears and in the lips. That's a whole different nation. Okay, so but anyways, for basically the heathen that put us into slavery, they are gonna get put into captivity as well. They trying to make it up to us, but the Most High ain't done with it. They're gonna go to get a judgment too, man. If the Most High judged His own favorite people, His chosen people, the Israelites, what do you think He's gonna do with those that he hasn't chosen, and that basically don't mean shit to Him? Let me say it like this: he looks at them like they are nothing, because the Scripture says it, man. Okay, Isaiah chapter 40. Let me see here. Isaiah 40, verse 15. Behold, as the small dust of the balance. So like dust, you don't mean anything. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. The nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than vanity. That's how wordless they actually are. But everybody has their purpose. Like the white man was created for a certain purpose of evil, so as the Most High created everybody with a purpose. Like swine flesh, pig, pork, we cannot eat it. It's unlawful for us and unclean, but it's still a good animal because it keeps your land, it keeps your ground clean. It eats everything. So it's basically like a garbage can for your land. Doesn't mean that it's a bad that it's a bad animal. It's still useful for something. So the same with the so-called white people. They are nothing in the eyes of the Most High, but they still serve a certain person. For the day of evil, for evil. An example of how not to live. that's horrible, man. Actually. So also here in the book of Ezra, chapter 6, it's gonna show you that the Most High doesn't care about these nations. Verse 45, 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come you all, so you all come from him. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So you have from Adam, you have the people, plus a separate nation that is chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. So he made the world for the sake of the chosen line, which later the chosen line got the name, basically, the chosen line later, because in the beginning it wasn't called Israel, it was basically the sons of God, you could say, or the chosen ones. But later, when Abraham got Isaac, Isaac got Jacob, and Jacob, his name changed basically into Israel. That is where we now call ourselves the Israelites. But basically, from the beginning, the Most High had already put this chosen line out there. Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, so the heathens, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So they are like spit for the mouth. And as liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So when you have a big bucket with water and one drop falls out of it, that's how you don't care about that. That's how worthless these nations actually are for the most time. Okay? So going back to Joel chapter 3, um, verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, so literal silver and gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly things. You know, they also took out of the temple the gold, the silver, you name it, you know. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. That is what these people did with us. They sold us to the Grecians, which are in this case the so-called white people. Okay? The original Grecians are the people of Africa, you know, like the people from Indonesia. But I'm not sure if this was also in that time, but we do know for sure that we got into the Grecians known as the so-called white people. That you might roam them far from their border. That's what happened. When you go into slavery, they sell you. You go with this boat to America, with this boat they bring to India, whatever, you know. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, slavery. And the Sabians, speaking about the Cushites, which today are known as the so-called people from Ethiopia. They are, you know, the Cushites are going to have a good position, actually, you can say, in the kingdom. Okay, because they're also going to have servants. And they shall sell them to the Sabians, you see, to a people far off, for the Lord had spoken it. Because when we go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, and 10 is also going to speak about slavery. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity, and before I continue, the white man, the so-called white man, took the Bible and basically put the so-called black man into slavery, saying that with the Bible, you know, is justified. But the Bible speaks about a whole different type of serving. You can have a servant for 7 years, for 6 years, and in year 7, you have to give him enough silver and gold and money, if I'm correct, to go and live on his own. But you don't be rigor with him. You don't beat him to death and what they was doing with us in slavery. So that alone is wicked of them. Plus, the seed of Canaan was supposed to be cursed and supposed to be servants. They look at us, the so-called black people, as Canaan, which we are not. We are actually not from Canaan, because Canaan comes from Ham. We come from Shem. Okay, we are not from Canaan. We are from Shem. We are Israelites. So that whole of theirs using the Bible to put us into hardcore slavery is nonsense. So Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. Because they did this to us, they also went to slavery. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So the white man led us into slavery, they're gonna go into slavery too. The Arab people led us in slavery for like a lot of time. They even had us like 1,500 years or something. They were selling us, you know. Also gonna go into captivity, you know. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. That is what we're waiting on. Going back to Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So the men of war, yeah, the armies, you know, the nations with their armies, they gotta be prepared, man, because war is coming. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. That's like symbolically for the money was going, the money that the governments were spending on infrastructure, on agriculture, so like land, farming, is now gonna be invested in war equipment. Why? Because war is coming. Everybody is leveling up with their war equipment. So the nations also got to level up, making more ICBM missiles, making more tanks, you name it, man. More weapons, maybe more drones, more warships, more helicopters, more fighting jets, you know. And also, plowshares and pruning hooks are instruments to use it when farming, but it's going to be changed into so-called weapons. So that is symbolically what I just explained, you know. Verse 11 or verse 10. That the weak say, I am strong. So the weaker nations, like back in the days, for example, weaker India, you can name it like Iran, whatever, man. They also now have a strong capability of nuclear power. They can also just launch a few nuclear missiles to America and destroy America, so to speak. So they're not weak anymore. Okay? Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy ones to come down, O Lord. The mighty ones here, if I'm correct, speaks about the angels. Because the angels are also coming with the chariots, you know. With Yahushai. It's going to look like a so-called alien invasion in the midst of World War III. That is where the chariots will beam up the elect to save the elect and will blast the other people, you know, with laser beams, fire. You know, that the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, in the valley of Yahweh's judgment, you could say. You know? And that is going to be in the Middle East, like I said. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is. Come, when I say Middle East, that is where they have their troops, you know, these different countries, the NATO, EU, Russia, China, Iran, Israel, whatever. They put their armies mainly there, but next to that also Europe and Russia has got launched their missiles to the land of Babylon, which is America, to destroy America also, you know. So, Joel chapter 3 verse 10. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Okay, you have land and you're gonna harvest. You know, when the corn is ready, when the food is ready, you put in the sickle to gather your harvest, right? That's symbolically what is going to happen right now. Like the earth is full of wickedness. So the time, the judgment is at hand. Get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great, like I explained. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. You know, Yahweh's judgment, valley, Yahweh Shabbat. That is where the Most High will judge them. The Lord also, verse 15, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw dining. So you're gonna literally have like signs in the skies, but also their knowledge, wisdom, understanding of these white people. They are soothsayers, like they can see in the future. That it's gonna be basically able to see what's going on anymore. You know, they're gonna be lost. Verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. The heavens and the earth shall shake. That is how, that will be the impact of nuclear weapons. Okay. The impact is gonna be so huge that the earth is gonna be like it's gonna be shaking to and fro. It says it also in Isaiah chapter 40. Where is it again? It's in Isaiah somewhere, chapter 41, verse 20. Or 40, verse 20. Let me see. Insert. Oh, yeah. Isaiah 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard because of the impact of the nuclear missiles, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Going back to Joel, chapter 3, where did I leave off? Chapter 3, verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. Okay, and now in this day and age, he's only gonna save the elect, ones that listen to him, so to speak. So shall you, so shall you know that I am the Lord, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Okay, Yahweh is the God of the Israelites. Yahweh Bashim Yashai is the God of the Israelites. There shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters. And a fountain shall come forth out of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. So basically, the kingdom is going to be very beautiful for the Israelites. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Yeah, Esau speaks here about the so-called white man, Esau. Okay, Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. They're gonna be destroyed. Now gonna get a judgment. Plus in the kingdom, they're gonna be slaves for 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years of hard slavery, they are gonna be exterminated. You know, the soul lives forever, so we do believe that maybe the Most High is gonna put their soul into the heathen nations, but the whole lineage of Esau Edom is gonna be gone, man. The so-called the white people. Why? For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. They took us slavery, they killed innocent of our people, you know, so the Most High is gonna judge them. Man. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwells in Zion. So in the kingdom we're gonna be living forever and ever, man. Kingdom we're gonna have rest. No more paying taxes, going to work, you know, being tired all day, sick, weak. We're gonna have spiritual powers. We're gonna have beautiful houses, beautiful wives, beautiful children, spiritual powers, flying, you name it, man. We're gonna see planets, other galaxies, maybe even, you know, angels gonna be around us, even everywhere where Israelite will be, an angel will be there to protect them, like the scripture says, also in Isaiah, I believe, chapter 4. So that's what's waiting, man. Okay, we just have to wait. That's it, man. So I hope it was edifying. With that, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. And I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across this world who are spreading knowledge and truth and sincerity. And may the election be upon your households. Shalom.